Welcome to the phishing apocalypse. Just kidding, sort of. Hey everyone, Sonia Saheb here. In the last episode, I introduced you to the 8 common conventional phishing tactics. But as the case of PayPal fish-free phishing showed, attackers are getting smarter and intelligent. A recent study by Harvard researchers shows that intelligent phishers have successfully employed AI with a success rate of 54% click-through. In today's digital age, phishing attacks have evolved far beyond those emails from a Nigerian prince who totally needs your bank info. We're talking sophisticated attacks that can fool even the most tech-savvy among us. So, whether you're a cybersecurity pro or just trying to survive the internet without getting scammed, stick around because in this episode, I will dive deep into the latest and most cunning phishing methods out there. We'll explore how attackers are using everything from AI and QR codes to deepfakes and even augmented reality to steal your precious data. Because knowledge is power, and understanding these tactics is the first step in protecting yourself. Let's get started.
Okay, first up, we've got AI-powered phishing. Remember when we thought AI was just going to write poems and compose symphonies? Well, it turns out hackers have other plans. They're using AI to scrape your information from social media, public records, those quizzes you took to find out what kind of cheese you are, you name it. Then, they use this info to create super personalized phishing messages that are way more convincing than those generic, "Your account has been compromised," emails we're used to. And if that wasn't creepy enough, they're even using deepfake technology to mimic the voices and faces of people you trust. Think video calls from your boss or voicemails from your bank. It's getting scary out there, folks.
Next up, we've got QR code phishing. Remember when QR codes were just a fun way to access restaurant menus? Well, buckle up because attackers are now using them to direct you to malicious websites. You scan what you think is a harmless code for a discount or a survey, and bam! You're suddenly handing over your login credentials to some shady website. And the worst part? These QR codes can be disguised as anything. Parking meters, event tickets, even those little donation boxes at your local coffee shop. Always scan with caution, friends.
Now, let's talk about voice phishing, or as the cool kids call it, vishing. This is where things get really sneaky. Imagine getting a call from someone who sounds exactly like your bank's customer service rep. They know your name, your address, maybe even your account number. But here's the thing, it's not your bank. It's a skilled attacker using AI-generated voice bots, or just really good voice acting skills to trick you into revealing sensitive information. So the next time you get a call asking for your PIN or social security number, channel your inner skeptic and verify.
Chapter 4. Smishing. Don't let that text message be your undoing. Okay, moving on to SMS and messaging app phishing, also known as smishing. These days, we use our phones for everything, from banking to shopping to two-factor authentication. And you know what that means? More opportunities for attackers to exploit our trust. Smishing attacks typically involve malicious links disguised as package delivery notifications, account alerts, or even messages from friends whose accounts have been compromised. So, before you click on that too good to be true deal, or that link from your friend asking for a favor, take a moment to think twice.
Chapter 5. Malicious browser extension. Now let's talk about something that might hit a little too close to home. Malicious browser extensions. We all love a good browser extension. Ad blockers, grammar checkers, you name it. But here's the catch. Some of these extensions are actually designed to steal your credentials or manipulate web content without you even realizing it. Always be cautious about the extensions you install and pay close attention to the permissions they request. If something seems fishy, pun intended, it probably is.
Chapter 6. Social media. Phishing, don't accept that friend request just yet. Next up, we've got social media phishing, which is exactly what it sounds like. Phishing attacks that happen on social media platforms. We're talking fake profiles impersonating celebrities, businesses, or even long-lost friends. They'll send you friend requests, direct messages, or even tag you in posts designed to trick you into clicking on malicious links, downloading infected files, or revealing personal information. Remember, if you don't know the person or the account seems suspicious, it's always best to err on the side of caution.
Okay, this next one is straight out of a dystopian novel, Phishing as a Service or FAS. Remember when we thought the dark web was just for buying illegal fireworks and fake IDs? Well, it's gotten a whole lot darker. Now, attackers are selling pre-built phishing kits and platforms that allow even the least tech-savvy individuals to launch sophisticated phishing campaigns. It's like Amazon Prime for cybercrime, and it's making it easier than ever for attackers to target individuals and businesses alike.
Remember CAPTCHA? Those annoying puzzles that make you identify traffic lights and crosswalks to prove you're not a robot? Well, guess what? Attackers are now using CAPTCHA on phishing sites to make them seem more legitimate. And here's the kicker. They're also using CAPTCHA to delay automated anti-phishing tools, giving them more time to harvest user credentials. It's a classic case of if you can't beat them, join them, and it just goes to show how cunning these attackers can be.
Now let's talk about business email compromise, or BC, which is basically phishing but for businesses. And it's back with a vengeance. In BC, attackers impersonate high-level executives or vendors, using AI and deepfakes to make their emails and messages seem super legit. They'll request wire transfers, sensitive company information, or even gift cards because who doesn't love a good gift card scam? So if you're in a position of authority at your company, be extra vigilant about verifying requests that seem even slightly out of the ordinary.
Okay, this next one might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, it's real. Augmented reality, or AR, and virtual reality, or VR, phishing. As AR and VR become more mainstream, attackers are finding new ways to exploit these immersive technologies. We're talking fake virtual environments, phishing overlays that mimic trusted interfaces, and even AR experiences designed to trick you into giving up your personal information. It's the phishing of the future, and it's happening now.
Moving on to cloud phishing, because everything is in the cloud these days, including, you guessed it, phishers. Attackers are targeting cloud services like Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, and Dropbox, trying to steal your login credentials, OAuth tokens, or trick you into granting permissions to malicious apps. And here's the scary part. Once they have access to your cloud account, they can access all sorts of sensitive information, from your emails and documents to your photos and videos.
Finally, let's talk about zero-day exploits, which are basically vulnerabilities in software or hardware that attackers exploit before the developers have a chance to fix them. And here's the really bad news. Attackers are using zero-day exploits to bypass even the most secure authentication mechanisms, like two-factor authentication. We're talking SIM swapping, push notification fatigue, and vulnerabilities in authenticator apps. It's a constantly evolving threat landscape out there, and it's more important than ever to stay informed and take steps to protect yourself. So, there you have it. The latest and most sophisticated phishing tactics that attackers are using to steal your data. I know it can feel overwhelming, but the good news is that knowledge is power. The more you know about these tactics, the better equipped you'll be to spot them and avoid falling victim. Stay vigilant and always double-check the authenticity of any communication you receive, whether it's an email, a text message, a phone call, or even a QR code. Don't click on links from unknown senders. Be wary of requests for personal information, and always keep your software and devices up to date. Thanks for watching, and stay safe online.